For my final project, I decided to do the game Candy Crush, which is really popular on the phone and the iPad and so on. However, I wanted to translate it to the laptop to be more available to other users. And so basically, my final project consists of four script files. Three of them are callback functions, and the final one is my start script that initiates all the callback functions as well as my main script. So as you can see, my click callback function is separate from the release callback. And finally, I have a callback function in my main script called Candy Crush, which is the spaceboard keyboard callback function. And basically, this main script file also contains all the information about the visual aspects of my code and like the the core of my code, including like the values of matrix of values which correspond to the candy pieces on the interface. And so, yeah, it also contains many other components that allow my game to run. Basically, I run my game by running the main start file. So this contains all the other script files as well as a small section of code that adjusts the screen size to any user who wants to play the game on different laptops. So basically, I start the game using this file, and as you can see, you have the interface, and it basically looks very similar to the actual game on the phone. And so you have a matrix of candy pieces, and basically the main objective is to get this cherry icon, as you can see at the top, all the way down to the bottom of the matrix. And basically this cherry candy will only be generated in the first 3 rows to make the game a little more difficult for the user. And you also have a target score of 60,000 that can be achieved. This is done by switching candies, and that causes the score to increase by around 1200 each time. And you also have moves that decreases with every successful swap that you do. And so that's just the general overview of the game. And so to display an example of switching that could occur, um, as you can see here, there are 3 purple candies that can possibly make an identical row of 3. So all I would do is press this purple candy, hold my mouse, and drag it to the desired location. So I want to switch to the purple and yellow candy. I've selected both, and now to initiate the swap, I would press my spacebar on my keyboard like this. Divine. As you can see, it also displays a text followed by an audio to as a sense of encouragement as the actual game does. And basically, yeah, that is the general overview of the game and how you play it. There are also other restrictions in the game that allow the user to play the game properly. For example, you cannot switch between candies that are not neighboring each other. If you were to try that, but for example, if I were to select this green candy and go all the way to across the matrix and select another candy, it would say move to neighboring candies only, as it should. And then to restart, I would press space. Tasty! It displays this encouragement, however, that's the way the turn restarts. And so to initiate another swap, for example, I would do it again. Here, for example, I could drag these two and then press spacebar. Tasty! And it displays it again. And as you can see as well, the overall score has increased as I've done 2 successful moves, so that's 2400. And my score has subtracted, the moves has also subtracted by 2 to go down to 58. And so, yeah, also, the game also restricts you from moving 2 candies that do not create a possible combination. For example, these two, if I were to switch them, this green and yellow piece, nothing would occur because I cannot create a row of 3 identical candies. As you can see here, divine. No candy has actually switched spots, and the score has not gone down. The moves have not gone down either. And that's just the general overview of the game and how it can be played.